Good afternoon, everyone. Hope all is well and everyone is blessed and having a gorgeous day. It's beautiful outside, and I hope you feel beautiful as well. So today I just want to do a quick video on spiritual warfare. You know, in the beginning, when you just starting out, you don't really know the terms and the definitions and what things mean. You just hear the pastors and preachers and everyone talking about spiritual warfare and different things going on when you're transitioning from the world into living a sold out life for God. So I just wanted to touch base on that just to give a quick review for a tool for someone who may need it, because I know I did. So I want to just touch on base with spiritual warfare. And I just want to say that there is no warfare if you have not changed. So if you're not experiencing warfare, it's because you're still doing the same things that you were doing. And so really quick, warfare is the battle in the level and depths of truth that you have been or are introduced to by the Spirit, by the Holy Spirit, and even in the spirits of good and evil. Because once you are opened up into the Spirit, there's a breaking in from the natural into the spiritual world. It versus the level and depths of falsities that you have adopted and adapted and depended on in the flesh. So I'm sorry, I'm looking down, but these are my notes. I'm on my lunch, and I just wanted to make this quick review. And this is also which causes us, and there's a name, a word called for it. So I'm not going to give you the definition because you're going to go look it up so that you can get clarity for yourself. It's called cupidities. And being that we lived in the flesh for so long and have adopted the ways of the flesh and adapted to our life in that manner, it causes cupidities. And this causes us to sin. Now, there are many definitions of sin, many revelations of sin, but I'm going to simplify it for those who don't understand the full terms and the nature of the Holy Spirit and the things that come with living a sold out holy life. So my definition in its simplest form for sin is seeking ways of living independently apart from God. Again, that's seeking ways of living independently apart from God. So when you become born again and you transition into living and solely dependent on God's instructions by His Holy Spirit, this is what causes the warfare. So that's why in the beginning I said, if you have not changed, you have no warfare. The fight is the truth versus the truth by the Spirit that you are now introduced to or have been exposed to versus the lie that you have been living and what you have been taught and what you have adapted and adopted to. Why do I keep saying adapted and adopted? Because the life that we live, we have been taught. So we adapt the ways of which we have been taught, and we adopt that form of living. When you come into and are introduced to the Holy Spirit and are totally sold out unto God through Jesus Christ, then you learn to be born again, which means you have to have a new way of life. And that new way of life, there is a war within self and with all the things that you have adapted and adopted to in life that is attached to other spirits demonically that live through you and have possession in you. So now that you're becoming holy, you are going to be cleansed from those spirits and living, and your mind is going to be renewed. You're now dependent solely on God, His Holy Spirit, to lead you, protect you, and guide you into the ways of righteousness for His name's sake. So you're coming out of the ways of what you thought and how you want to do things, and solely dependent on God and how it leads and gears to His righteousness and being holy. And that's where the warfare come in. So the warfare is the truth against falsities, or falsities against truth. So even in the evilness, that when your mind is broken in evilness and then you become into truths, there's still a war, because you know what you know versus what you're being taught versus what you're being seen versus what you're getting in dreams or what you're getting through your spiritual guidance and mentor or what you're seeing in visions. And So there's different types, and I just wanted to give a quick review on spiritual warfare. So again, just to sum it up with a caption, if you have not changed, you have no warfare, because a thief that has full access to you does not need to, if you don't have anything for a thief to steal, he's not coming to steal. So there's no need to fight if the fight is already won. If you're on the same side of the battle, there is no battle. So it's only a warfare, it's only a fight if you change sides. So if you're still 50-50, then your warfare is 50-50. When you go 100, your warfare is 100. But remember that God is all powerful, and God is, you have to know what God you're serving. So I don't want to stray off the subject because I'll be going somewhere else. So I'll just leave it as that. We'll come back and we'll touch more on it. But I just wanted to give somebody understanding to what warfare is and why you're going through warfare. So be encouraged to stay and stick it out, because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal but mighty in God to the pulling down of strongholds. These are strongholds that we have lived and adopted and built up within ourselves and traditions and generations and families. So if you're experiencing warfare, then you're on the right track. So just be encouraged to keep going. Don't give up, and be ye holy because he is holy. So you can be on both sides, because that's a whole additional warfare. So God bless you. Hope this video helped you, and I'll see you soon. JC Prophetess Bernice. Please subscribe to the Singles Waiting Room on YouTube. You can follow me also on Instagram and the Singles Waiting Room on Facebook. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.